Media presents Unplugged, How to Disconnect from the Rat Race, Have an Existential Crisis, and Find Meaning and Fulfillment. Written and read by Nancy Whitney-Reiter. Copyright 2008 by Nancy Whitney-Reiter. This recording is a copyright 2008 by Wetware Media. Introduction. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Lao Tzu, Chinese philosopher, 600 AD. When I left my job at a Fortune 500 company to embark upon a year-long international travel sabbatical, I thought my dilemma was unique. Why was I not satisfied with a life that, by all standards, was successful? True, as a 9/11 survivor, I had more reason than most to reconsider my life and how I wanted to spend the rest of it. As it turns out, however, I was not alone. While most of my coworkers and friends were exclaiming, "I wish I could do what you're doing," plenty of others of all ages were packing their bags. I met several of them in my travels, which took me from Central America to Africa to various cities in the U.S., and finally to northern Arizona, where I now reside. There is no doubt that many in our modern society are in the midst of an existential crisis. The tremendous success of books such as Poe Bronson's What Should I Do With My Life, and memoirs such as Elizabeth Gilbert's Eat, Pray, Love, and the resurgence of Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist exemplify the inner struggle faced by many working professionals today. The ideals of previous generations have gradually eroded, leaving nothing to fill the vacuum they have created. Corporate loyalty is virtually non-existent. Gold watches have been supplanted by pink slips, as downsizing and outsourcing have become a daily fact of life. Going to college has become an expectation in its own right. Students are pressured while just beginning high school to think about their college careers, rather than being encouraged to think about who they are and who they want to become. In addition, with the advent of globalization and the internet frontier, the choices for what to do with one's life are limitless. The result of this is an entire generation that has rushed into life without a clear purpose, Generation X. A generation that finds itself with the rug pulled out from under it, baby boomers, and a new generation that is starting to burn out at a faster rate than ever before, Generation Y. Newsweek International recently ran a feature article about this trend, for which I was interviewed. Doing the interview caused me to start thinking about the fact that while there is an emerging trend of young people taking mid-career breaks, there aren't any useful books out there to help them accomplish this or find their true path. This book is designed to explain not only why career breaks are necessary in our modern, technologically driven society, but how to take such a break in easy-to-follow steps. Each chapter includes personal stories from the author, lessons from others who have successfully unplugged, and small steps to freedom, writing and reflection exercises designed to prepare you emotionally and mentally to unplug yourself. Consider your purchase of this book the first small step on a lifelong journey of enlightenment. May your travels be rewarded with the treasure, discovering who you really are. Chapter 1. Why? If you are like most modern professionals, chances are good that, from the very moment you entered high school, you were pressured to start thinking about college choices with little or no consideration to first developing your person. Or, if college was not an option, you were then under pressure to find something to do that would not require a degree so you could get out there and start living. On the threshold of adulthood, you faced a momentous. If you chose college, you may have found yourself in one of two groups: those who had no idea why they were there or what to study, and later found themselves trapped in an major, or those who thought they knew, only to find out that the real-life application of their degree was not as fulfilling as they had hoped it would be. Alternately, you may have chosen to skip college altogether, and then found yourself with limited choices that you have either continued to live with or have gone back to school to try to amend.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?